This segment of CoastLife is sponsored by the Spice and Tea Exchange of Rehoboth.
Happy Thursday, although for some of you, it is probably more like your Friday. I know some people have Good Friday off tomorrow, but because it is still actually Thursday, we're still spilling tea, or we're still spilling drama, all thanks to our friends at the Spice and Tea Exchange on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. And this one does have to do with the holiday weekend. But first, Charlie, what are we drinking?
Let's take a look at what we got here today. It is Dragon Fruit Fusion, a herbal tea. This vibrant herbal blend combines the exotic flavors of pink dragon fruit, hibiscus, and pineapple to create a tropical vacation of taste, ideal for those seeking a fruity, refreshing, and smell-inducing cup.
Ooh, I love the sound of that. Perfect for
exotic.
And I think perfect for that 80-degree day we have coming our way.
So ready for that 80-degree day.
I know.
No idea.
Well, I'm so ready to get to spill in this drama. So, Charlie, if you would spill the literal tea, I'll spill our more hypothetical tea. Is she wrong for skipping her family's Easter to start her own traditions? She's always spent Easter with her family, but this year, this young woman has, she and her partner wanted to host a quiet brunch with friends and start their own traditions. Her family is upset. They're saying, she's breaking the tradition. She's abandoning them. How could you do this to us? What do you think? Is she wrong for wanting to do this on her own? Charlie, let's start with your thoughts.
I have a few questions that I wish we had the answers to.
Yeah.
We don't hear. Do they live in the same town? Or they live nearby? How often does she see family? How far out of her way does she have to go to be with family? I do love the idea of starting your own traditions. I think it's really important when you're with a significant other to build some of those along the way. And if they've identified this specific holiday as one of the ones where they want to do that, I don't specifically have a problem with it. But if it is we only get together so many times a year thing, that's different. If it's we live in the same town or we live close enough thing, then you can do other things with family on other days. You can use this one for how you want it.
I do also think it probably depends on the more how you celebrate Easter, I suppose. Like if it is more of the bunnies and chicks version of Easter and the Easter egg hunt, then if you don't have kids yet, I feel like that's probably not as exciting for you to get together and watch other people's kids have a lot of fun with it. And you're like, cool, we're just chilling. And it all depends on the nature of the family. But I think this person decided that, it gets a little too chaotic. There's so much happening. There's so much that it's a little overwhelming for her and her partner. And they just wanted a more quiet, relaxed Easter Saturday or Sunday, I guess. So I feel like this is one that shouldn't be that hard to work out. They could either pick a different day to do their brunch, maybe pick Saturday, and then
shouldn't be and is real different when it comes to parental guilt. Because
that is so true.
Not in this situation specifically, but I'm sure there's been times where my mom has been like, "Oh, you're not gonna come to do that thing that we used to do? Oh,
I see how it is.
I see.
You're too cool for us now. You're all grown up, whatever it is." We do always turn our tea over, though, to you guys as well. You can chime in on our socials. Donald said that, she's not wrong. One must eventually cut the apron strings. Didn't her parents do it when starting their own family tradition? Solid point, Don. Steve says she could do both. And I guess I'm kind of with Steve on this one, but maybe it's because I'm a people pleaser.
I don't think you can do both. You can choose if you want to do it on a different day, but if you're trying to do this thing on the day.
Not on the same day. And I guess that's where in my family, we're always moving days around where we're like, your birthday's on a Tuesday. How do you feel about Friday?
Yeah.
Friday is better. You're right.
I grew up that way too because we moved a lot. We had different things going on. My dad was a basketball coach, so sometimes those games were in the way of stuff.
Yeah.
But that is not how everybody is.
No, that's
and a lot of people do like to celebrate on the day.
Perish the thought.
And they like it, in this case, it sounds like the couple is looking for something a little more laid back and relaxed. That suggests to me that they don't want the thing that isn't laid back and relaxed to begin with.
No, that's true. And if you don't want to be included, then I think, again, there are plenty of times that you can get together. You can also make the effort to get together a little more often somewhere else when it is a little less chaotic and maybe it is just dinner and a get together.
Make it up to mom, make it up to dad.
Yeah. But I think this is one that can be worked out with just a little bit, as always, stronger communication skills.
Yes.
That's what it always boils down to.
Almost every one of our Spill the Tea is communication becomes a thing in some way, shape, or form. It's like 90%, I would say.
I would agree with you. Well, let's give this tea a try. Now that we've given the other tea a try. This one doesn't need any sugar or anything. It's perfectly sweet and tart.
You know, I find it funny that somebody that is so virulently against pineapple on pizza, I almost always love a tea that has pineapple involved in some way, shape, or form.
Well, there you go. So if you already are a known enjoyer of pineapple, whether it's on your pizza or in a tea, you know, you're going to love this one. And you can find it at the Spice and Tea Exchange on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach, along with plenty of other spices and gifts and all kinds of great stuff. It's always fun just to go in and peruse. Coming up, though, on CoastLife, we're going to dole out our winners of the week.